So what can the rescue beaner teach you about your own idea for a product or a business? I'm going to be talking about that next. Hey, it's Don Skaggs again with Empowered Inventing TV, where we try to help you help other people take your great innovation, the right opportunity, mixing all that up with sound wisdom so you can turn them into real things like products and businesses that make money. Now, one of our very own inventors, Kelly Moore, came up with a really cool new invention called the Rescue Beaner. This is one of them right here. I'm a proud owner myself. And you can hang this on a seat belt. You can, or maybe a handy place like on a tool belt or something, especially if you are police, fire, EMS, somewhere handy where you can grab it if you need to. Why would you need to do that? Because it will do several really cool things. I'm going to hold it up close so you can see it. This will cut your seat belt in one quick swipe, which a lot of other products can't. It will break. This is like a really hard, I forget the tip he said he used on this, but this will break a windshield very easily with just one easy swipe. And then, of course, it's also a really cool carabiner. So I love this thing. It's great, really nice, really well made. Ergonomic, your thumb goes right there. You can hold it well. And you can hang it on your seat belt. And if you need it in an emergency, if you have an emergency, guess what? You can cut that seat belt, break that window, and escape quickly in an emergency. So it's a great professional grade product, has a lot of B2C as well as B2B potential. I think we're very proud of what Kelly's done with this. By the way, you can buy these. I think they're in short run limited quantities, so if you hurry, you can buy one if you go to his website longtaildesigns.com. So which we of course would wholehearted endorse that you do. So anyway, again, like I said, this was a great product, and I was fortunate enough to have a ringside seat to their development, their launch on Kickstarter. Oh, did I mention they were a successful Kickstarter as well? He was featured at our New Innovations area at the Kentucky State Fair this past year. And he's, of course, again, like I said, on the market now at longtaildesigns.com. So I got to watch all this. I got to see the launch on Kickstarter, the rise to that successful launch, and it got me to thinking about what this product does and how it relates to every inventor. And you might think, well, Don, my product's got nothing in common with this. Well, hold on a minute. Think about this for a minute. Number one, Kelly was, by the way, brave enough to develop and launch his product and get it over the finish line. But then why do so many inventors just sit in one place and never get their product to market? Well, I believe many times that it is fear that is holding them back. You ever been in a car accident? Do you remember how you felt driving a car afterwards, after you've had a car accident? I know how I feel. It puts you on edge. You're always worrying somebody's going to jump out and hit you. You're over aware. I guess maybe there's probably a better word for that. But you're on edge. You're always worrying about somebody else is going to hit you. I'm going to have another accident. You're much more worried about that, thinking about that. Now, imagine that you have let that fear overwhelm you, grip you to the point where you won't even get in a car. There's people that's happened to, where they got in a wreck and now they're super scared about getting in a car and driving or riding or anything. People will let fear paralyze them like that sometimes. So now, imagine that you've let that fear grip you to the point where you won't move forward with your invention. You might say, well, Don, I'm not like that. No. Hear me out. Let's say you have, you've mitigated the risk. You've come up with an idea. You've filed a PPA, and but you're still your risk. You've mitigated the risk with the PPA, but you're still paralyzed in fear. Now think how that applies to your idea. Because if you've had some fails, if you've had something bad happen, if you've had a setback, but you've strategically put that risk mitigation in place, things like a PPA, got your optics together, you've done all the things that you're supposed to do that we teach, but you still let fear grip you to the point where you will not take that next step. You won't. You've bought one of these. You bought a rescue beaner, but you're still too scared to get in a car and drive. You're like, okay, I've got an easy way out with this thing, but I've mitigated my risk as best. This won't keep me from having another accident, but at least it's going to mitigate the risk. If I need to get out, I can. And so you've mitigated the risk best you can, but you are still gripped in fear. You've let it grip you to the point where you will not take that next step. Never let fear drive your decisions. I guess that's what I'm really trying to say here. You can again let doom scrolling. I said this in another video recently. You can reading about awful things that happened to other inventors. Oh, see what happened to him. Well, I shouldn't even try. And people will have that mindset. Maybe you won't think that out loud or say that out loud, but it will drive you to not move forward. And I do not want to see that happen to people. You fixate on the bad. It keeps you from even trying. So what are you doing to mitigate your risks and move forward with your idea? Let me know in the comments. And if you're looking for more on giving yourself confidence and the guidance with your idea, check out our resources at empoweredinventing.com and kyinventors.org. We've got a lot of really great tools to help you move forward and give you the confidence you need for your idea. I'm Don Skaggs. This is Empowered Inventing TV. Like, subscribe, share this with somebody that you think it might help, and I'll look to see you maybe one of our next meetings or workshops, online courses, or on the next video.